I dread having to start my day because I've gotten so big now. I constantly hurt, and it's getting to a point where I'm having trouble getting up.
My body is in constant pain because of the strain I have on it, and every day it gets worse.
Holly is just 36 years old, but she knows the truth. If she doesn't change, she's going to die. That's the road she's on. Her body can't take much more, and time isn't on her side. It's a horrible thing to admit when you're still young, but denial won't save her. She can see the finish line of her life if she doesn't act fast. The desperation is real, and you can feel her terror. This isn't living anymore. It's waiting for death.
I've help because even when I'm able to do something on my own, it completely wears me out to the point where I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So other than to get food or eat, I only get up to try to shower.
Things have gotten so bad that Holly's fiance has to clean her up in the bathroom. Imagine the humiliation of being grown, but needing someone to wipe you down like a child. It's not intimacy, it's survival. That's their relationship now. Not built on joy, but on her dependency. She hates it, but she accepts it because she has no choice. The bathroom has become another reminder of how trapped she is, and the fiance looks more like a nurse than a partner.
Okay, I'm gonna go fix you a plate of food.
Okay. The only thing that brings me any joy and happiness and makes me feel better is food, and it's my only motivation to get out of bed again.
At this point, Holly lives for one thing: food. That's it. Not love, not experiences, not dreams, just food. It's her reason to keep waking up in the morning. Her fiancé knows it too. He's not blind. He can see that every bite is killing her, but it's also the only thing that brings her peace. It's twisted, but for Holly, eating is survival. Her addiction gives her comfort, but it also chains her to the very thing destroying her life.
Any given day, Holly probably eats enough for 3 to 4 people. She kind of has a never-ending hunger.
Her fiancé says he brings her food out of love. That's the excuse. He loves her, so he won't say no. But love doesn't enable destruction. Love doesn't bring the poison that's killing someone. He's not just a partner, he's her enabler, and deep down, he knows it too. Holly decides she wants to change and takes the journey to see Dr. Now. But love and excuses won't matter in Houston. Dr. Now doesn't buy stories. He only trusts results.
I was around 600 pounds the last time I was on a scale, and I'm scared if I've gained even more since then. The doctor's gonna think I can't be helped.
When Holly steps on the scale, she's in the 650s. That's massive. And what makes it worse is that she's already had weight loss surgery before. That should have been her second chance, her way out. But now, she's right back where she started. Dr. Now knows why. Surgeries don't fail on their own. Something else did. Holly's body is screaming the truth her words try to hide. She didn't just slip. She ate her way through the very tool meant to save her.
In medical history, about 10 years ago, you tried to change your eating habit by getting weight loss surgery.
Dr. Now explains what really happened. The stapling after surgery doesn't just break. It only comes apart when you eat far too much, far too often. Holly didn't fail surgery. She overpowered it with her addiction. And that's the question Dr. Now puts right in her face. Will she actually stop this time? Can she fight back against cravings she's never beaten before? It's not about the procedure. It's about her choices. And so far, the track record is ugly.
With the issues driving you to eat. And the odds of long-term failure are high for someone at your weight. But it's even higher for someone at your weight.
Holly promises she'll do better, swears she can eat differently this time. Dr. Now isn't convinced, so he gives her a test. 2 months to lose weight, 2 months to prove she can follow the rules before he risks surgery again. The instructions are clear, the numbers are clear. But is her willpower clear? That's the real question. This isn't about words, it's about stepping on the scale with proof. The window is short, but it's her chance to show fight.
I'm at Dr. Now's for my second appointment, and I'm really hoping to see if I made it to my weight loss goal of losing 50 pounds over the last 2 months.
The results are weak. Holly only loses about half of what she was supposed to. She's disappointed, claiming she should have lost more. But disappointment doesn't change the number staring back. As Dr. Now says, women lie, men lie, but the scale doesn't. It's the only truth in the room. And the truth is that Holly isn't putting in the work. Her excuses mean nothing. The gap between what she should have done and what she actually did is proof of that.
You're only down to 629. So you only lost a little over half of what you're supposed to for your goal.
Holly tries to explain it away. She says she slipped, had a couple cravings, a couple bad days. But cravings don't keep you from losing this much weight. Cravings don't account for failure this big. To come up that short, she had to still be eating massive amounts, maybe 6,000 calories a day. That's not a slip. That's sabotage. Dr. Now knows it, and she knows it too. Still, he gives her one more chance, even against his better judgment.
I was down to 629, and Dr. Now told me I needed to try and lose 50 pounds again to be at or under 579 today.
She fails again. This time, she loses even less. The pattern is undeniable. Holly wants surgery, but she doesn't want to do the work it takes to get there. If she can't stick to a simple diet, how can she handle the post-surgery lifestyle? Dr. Now makes it clear this is her last shot. One more chance, or he's done. The wait won't wait forever. She's either in this fight now, or she's out for good.
Well, yes, you are. So last time you only lost 29 pounds in 2 months instead of 50. And I gave you a second chance.
Holly finally opens up about what's in her head. She says there's a record playing inside, telling her to eat whatever she wants. It's like her brain has been hijacked by food. Dr. Now doesn't understand, so he asks her what the record is saying. The answer is simple. It tells her to eat, over and over, like a soundtrack to destruction. That's her reality. Addiction speaking louder than reason, louder than fear, louder than even the voice of death.
Chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate, I want chocolate.
So chocolate is more important to you than living, apparently. All right, honey, if you aren't even willing to do this.
Despite everything, Dr. Now shows mercy. He gives her one more chance, a final test to see if she can stick to the plan. This is it, the last chance to prove herself. If she can't lose the weight now, she won't get surgery. There's no room for games. Holly has to show she can fight off her cravings and finally take control. All her excuses, all her talk won't matter anymore. The only thing that matters is the number on the scale.
I'm back to see Dr. Now for another appointment and to find out if I got to my goal. At my last appointment 2 months ago, I was down to 611 pounds.
The results aren't perfect, but at least there's something. Holly loses 47 pounds, just shy of the 50-pound goal Dr. Now set, but progress nonetheless. It's the closest she's come to proving herself. She's not exactly celebrating, but it's honest work. That number says she can fight when she actually tries. Dr. Now sees the effort and weighs the risk. Maybe she isn't consistent, but maybe there's still enough fight left to make surgery worthwhile.
Okay, well, even though you're a few pounds short of your goal, you made some good improvement and you're close.
After all the stumbles, Holly finally gets approved for surgery. It's been a long journey, full of lies, slips, and excuses. But this time, she pulled through just enough to cross the line. Surgery means a new chance at life, a chance to live fuller, healthier, and free from the constant prison of food. She may not have proven perfect discipline, but she's proven she wants more than death. Now the real work begins, surviving after the surgery is done.
Every day, I wake up desperate for a change because being the size I am and carrying around.
Tammy knows her life is on the line. Doctors, family, even she herself has said it. Keep going like this and she won't survive. But does that stop her? Not even close. She keeps eating like nothing's wrong. Food is her drug, and she's hooked. Every meal is another step toward the grave, and she knows it. What makes it worse is that the knowledge doesn't change a thing. She's willing to gamble her entire future just for another plate.
Man,
Are you asleep?
I slept all right, but my back is killing me. Knees hurt so bad.
My knees look a little swollen. Probably get some breakfast started for you. Take some of the stress off of you.
Like most people her size, Tammy wakes up ravenous, hungry before the day even starts. But here's the reality. She can't do anything by herself. Her daughter had to quit her full-time job just to care for her. Her mom moved in too, forced into the same prison. Tammy's addiction doesn't just destroy her life, it hijacks theirs too. Every morning, they sacrifice their freedom for hers. And what's Tammy's part? She eats while the people around her drown in exhaustion.
I feel like I'm out of all my energy sooner and sooner. But when it comes to cleaning myself, I don't want my daughters to have to take that on.
Tammy knows the clock is ticking. Soon she'll be bedridden, and when that day comes, her life will be destroyed for good. She admits her addiction is killing her, but honesty doesn't stop the cravings. So instead of fighting, she digs into a massive breakfast like it's nothing. Plates stacked high, bites that never stop. Imagine eating yourself closer to a coffin while knowing full well it's coming. Tammy doesn't just live with denial, she's feeding it every single morning.
I think when you become accustomed to eating so much, you don't know how to. I'm the one portioning her food.
She eats as much as she can, whenever she can. That's her life. It's a horrible, unsustainable way to exist, and even she knows it. That's why she finally says she's ready for a change. But words are cheap. Setting up a meeting with Dr. Now doesn't erase years of overeating. Still, it's a step. The question is whether she means it, or whether this is just another empty promise. For Tammy, the test starts the second she sees that scale.
Starting point is reasonable, and and I'm where I think I am because I've known I'm around 600. I fluctuate.
When Tammy weighs in, it's shocking. Her number is through the roof. She admits she'll be bedridden in a matter of months, and looking at her body, she's right. The fact that she isn't already in the 600s is almost surprising, but that small victory doesn't mean much. At her height and weight, she's in crisis mode. Every pound pushes her closer to total collapse. She might celebrate not being higher, but the truth is, she's still on borrowed time.
You're eating because you never get full or you're hungry all the time. I can understand, but eating from habit, there is no excuse for that.
Dr. Now wastes no time. He lays down the law. Surgery isn't the solution. It's just a tool. Only Tammy can make the real change. He gives her a target, 50 to 60 pounds gone in 2 months. That's the deal. No excuses, no games. 2 months to prove she has the discipline, or it's over. Does she rise to the challenge? With Tammy, it's never about whether she can. It's about whether she actually wants to enough to try.
I had to come back in regardless of where I was at because he's worried about how much strain I've had on my body. So I'm back in to see him.
Tammy shows up proud of losing 24 pounds. The problem? She was supposed to lose 60, not even half the goal. And worse, it took her 4 months to do it. That's nowhere near the effort Dr. Now demanded. She insists she tried, but the numbers don't lie. The scale is the truth teller. And the truth is, Tammy's not putting in the work. For her, it feels like progress. For Dr. Now, it's just more proof she's stalling.
I thought I would never see you again. So what happened in the past 4 months? Because you asked for more time, then you didn't show up next month.
Dr. Now is disappointed, and he doesn't hide it, but he still gives Tammy another shot. He knows she's capable if she actually sticks to the plan. Another chance, another goal, another opportunity to fight back. But time is running out. Every failed weigh-in eats away at his patience. Tammy's running out of excuses, out of lifelines, and out of time. This isn't generosity anymore. It's mercy. But even mercy has a limit, and she's close to crossing it.
Now, Tammy, you're not losing weight fast enough, okay?
Okay.
The reality is you're still overeating out of habit. That is likely a reaction for food comfort.
This time, Dr. Now adds another layer. He sends Tammy to a therapist. He knows the weight isn't just physical, it's mental too. She goes, talks through her issues, and tries to deal with the addiction in her head. But then the world changes. COVID hits. She's stuck at home, cut off from the program, left to her own devices. Instead of an in-person checkup, Dr. Now is forced to see her through a video call. That's bad news for progress.
No, it is a full time. But are you still sticking to your diet and doing the exercising?
No, not completely.
So have you lost any more weight?
I haven't lost any more.
The quarantine traps Tammy at home. No hospital visits, no weigh-ins, no accountability. And when you leave an addict alone, what happens? They slip. Tammy stops losing weight. She doesn't gain, but she stalls completely. The progress halts dead in its tracks. By the time she finally gets back to the hospital, months have been wasted. All that hard work she could have done during lockdown? Gone. She stands on the scale with nothing to show, and the disappointment is obvious.
Last time when I got here, I had lost more than I thought. So I'm hoping that that's what happens today and that I have some progress.
The scale confirms it. She didn't gain, but she didn't lose either. Stagnant. And that's the worst outcome possible. Dr. Now expects progress, not excuses. For him, standing still is the same as moving backward. Tammy hoped he would see it as a win, but he doesn't. He sees wasted time, wasted effort, and a patient stuck in the same cycle. At her size, staying the same isn't safety. It's still a death sentence creeping closer every single day.
You haven't gained because 2 pounds is normal fluctuation of weight. So that's positive that you haven't gained.
Tammy still hopes she'll get approved for surgery. But how? She hasn't hit her goals, hasn't proven discipline, hasn't shown she can stick to the program. Dr. Now knows it, and she knows it too. He's blunt. This is her final chance. One last opportunity to prove she wants life more than she wants food. The scale will decide. No excuses, no lies, no pretending. Either she loses the weight or she loses everything. It's that simple.
This appointment 2 months ago, I was at 552, and my goal was to lose 40 pounds to get to 512 at least.
And this time, Tammy finally does it. She actually hits the number Dr. Now asked for. It's not flashy, it's not dramatic, but it's enough. After all the failures, excuses, and stalls, she manages to push through. For once, she proves she can fight her cravings and stick to the plan. That victory is small, but it's crucial. It's proof she can dig deep when she has to. And for Tammy, that's the first real sign of hope.
So with your recent progress and losing almost 100 pounds so far, I'm gonna approve you for weight loss surgery again. that.
And just like that, Tammy reaches the goal. She finally loses the weight she needs, and Dr. Now approves her for surgery. After years of destruction, excuses, and wasted time, she has a chance at real change. Surgery won't save her by itself, but it opens the door. Now it's up to Tammy. The addiction is still there, waiting to drag her back down. But for the first time, the future isn't just death, it's survival, if she chooses it.
And I can't get around without my cane now, because my legs can no longer handle all the weight. And I can't walk far before it gets to be too much for me. Unless I try to go out, I only have 2 long walks.
Aaron feels his life slipping away with every pound he carries. He's so drained that he's had to put a chair in the shower just to get through bathing. Imagine sitting to rest while water runs over you. He's embarrassed, humiliated, but still draws a line. He swears no one will ever wash him, no matter how bad it gets. That stubborn pride is all he has left. But pride doesn't erase the truth. Every shower is now another reminder he's falling apart.
Struggle for me every day just to go to the bathroom. I refuse to ask my dad for any help at all in the bathroom though. He's the only one that lives here with me, and I can't let it get to the point where he has to do anything like that for me.
Aaron lives with his dad, and he's terrified of where this is heading. He fears the day his father will have to wash him, clean him, do the basic tasks no grown man should ever need done for him. Already, he struggles to do it himself. The fear isn't just about his weight, it's about losing independence completely. That looming thought haunts him every day. It's not just his body breaking down, it's his dignity, crumbling bit by bit.
Can't even reach to clean myself after I use the bathroom. I have to wrap the handle of my cane with a tissue to even try to reach my backside, and that's almost too much for me.
The humiliation eats at Aaron. He can't stand living like this, can't stand the reflection in the mirror. Every glance feels like a gut punch. He hates what he sees. Yet every morning, the cycle repeats. He runs back to food like it's the only thing that can soothe him. It doesn't matter how disgusted he feels. Hunger and addiction always win. It's a war he's losing daily, and worst of all, he knows exactly how powerless he is against it.
I'm not ready to die and leave my family. I just can't give up, and I know I can't wait any longer.
Aaron knows his life could end at any moment. He's not dramatic about it. It's just reality. His body is under constant threat, and he's running out of chances. So he sets up a meeting with Dr. Now. But before he can get there, the scale has to tell the truth. That number will show just how deep the hole is. It's the moment of reckoning, the kind where denial shatters, and all that's left is raw, brutal reality.
I know that losing this weight and changing the way I eat won't be easy because I can't give up food. So I'm really hoping that Dr. Now says he can help me.
But on the way there, Aaron caves. Anxiety hits, and he turns to his old coping mechanism, fast food. Even while heading to meet the man who might save his life, he can't resist. The fear is overwhelming, and food is his drug of choice. It's pathetic, but it's honest. He arrives, stuffed and ashamed, but ready to face the truth. Dr. Now's scale doesn't lie, and that's where the journey begins, with numbers that hit harder than any lecture.
That's very shocking to see. Don't know how that's even possible. And I'm still hoping it isn't an issue for Dr. Now.
Over 700 pounds. That's Aaron's reality. He calls it shocking, says he doesn't know how it's possible. But Dr. Now shuts that down quick. It's possible when you eat 10,000 calories a day. That's not survival. That's destruction on repeat. Aaron looks stunned, but stunned doesn't fix it. This isn't an accident. It's a pattern. The truth stares him in the face, and Dr. Now makes it clear. This is what happens when food runs your life instead of you.
You are 30 years old and you weigh 718 pounds. That's extremely high. So what's going on with that?
Honestly, I don't have no excuse, just...
Now comes the question everyone wants answered. Aaron can barely walk, barely function. So how is he getting all this food every single day? Who's enabling him? Who's delivering his slow death meal by meal? The answer is unavoidable. Someone is feeding this addiction, and Aaron can't dodge responsibility anymore. Dr. Now wants names, wants truth, because the problem isn't just Aaron's appetite. It's the network around him, making sure he stays trapped in the same deadly cycle.
Just go to food for comfort, and it just progress from there.
That doesn't make any sense.
And there it is. It's his dad. Aaron is forcing his father to bring him the junk food, the burgers, the fried everything that keeps him this size. That's insanity. A parent turned into a supplier. It's not love, it's sabotage. Dr. Now doesn't play games. He puts Aaron on a strict 1,200 calorie diet and gives him a timeline. 2 months, lose the weight, prove yourself. The plan is clear. The question is whether Aaron will finally take it seriously.
I at Dr. Now's for my second appointment. The last time I was here, I was 718. That was 3 months ago.
3 months later, the truth is ugly. Aaron managed to lose just 22 pounds. That's it. He brought his dad all the way to Houston just to stand in front of Dr. Now with failure written all over him. 22 pounds in 3 months? That's nothing. Dr. Now doesn't need to say much. The disappointment is obvious. Aaron wasted time, wasted effort, and wasted trust. It's pathetic, and he knows it. Now the only thing left is one final chance.
So last time I saw you, you were 718, and you were supposed to lose 120 pounds in 2 months.
Dr. Now doesn't sugarcoat. He tells Aaron straight. He's lazy. He had the time, had the chance, but didn't put in the work. Excuses won't cut it. Still, Dr. Now offers one more shot, one more chance to prove he can commit, to prove he actually wants to live. For Aaron, it's the last rope thrown his way. If he doesn't grab it, he'll sink. The time for excuses is over. The next weigh-in decides everything.
Months ago, I was 696, and Dr. Now told me I need to lose 120 pounds by today.
And finally, Aaron delivers. He loses 125 pounds in just 1 month. That's a turnaround so sharp it shocks even Dr. Now. It proves what we've known all along. When Aaron actually follows the plan, it works. No lies, no games, just results. It's proof he can fight if he chooses to. Now the only question left is whether that consistency sticks, because the weight doesn't care about good months. It cares about the grind day after day.
2 months, you lost 125 pounds.
Yes, sir.
That's excellent. You stuck to the diet this time.
Yes, sir. Doing everything that you told me to do.
And just like that, Aaron's life changes forever. He gets approved for surgery. After all the failures, setbacks, and excuses, he finally puts in the work and earns it. Surgery isn't the finish line, but it's the doorway to a future he almost lost. From over 700 pounds and denial to fighting back and clawing out hope, Aaron secures his second chance. It's not redemption yet, but it's the chance for it, and that's more than he ever had before.